Greetings, dear viewers. We're delighted to have you back on the Wanderlust channel as we embark on the fourth installment of our US Diaries series. In today's episode, we'll be exploring UTA TRAX, a light rail system, the renowned Bingham Canyon Mine, also recognized as the Kennecott Copper Mine, and an enthralling tour of the Great Salt Lake. Let's jump right into this exciting journey. On a beautiful Saturday morning, I set out on my adventure to downtown. This time I took the bus to the nearest UTA TRAX station, and then a TRAX journey to downtown. This is my first time traveling in this light rail system of Utah. The train stations are fairly small, and the tracks having 2 or 3 cars. The advantage of UTA TRAX is all stations have the bus connectivity available, even though the bus frequency is less. We can plan our journeys by using Google or Ride UTA website. It's noteworthy to mention that travel by bus or UTA TRAX within downtown limits is free. Additionally, with the purchase of a $5 daily pass, you gain the flexibility to board the bus and train for any number of travels throughout the day, providing a convenient and cost-effective way to explore the city. Now we are on the way to the Bingham Canyon Mine. The most direct way to see the mine is to go to the mine's visitor center and take a shuttle bus to reach the actual mine site. Tickets for this tour are $6, and reservations are available in advance. Since the visitor center is approximately 32 kilometers away from my place, and a one-way Uber ride costing around $25, I chose an alternative by opting for a tour operator called City Sites. Their package, which includes the ticket cost and tax, amounts to $68. At 10 a.m., I arrived at the downtown transfer station, and our tour began. In the previous episode, I provided a distant glimpse, and now we are getting closer and closer to the mine. Our tour guide is Anne, who not only drives, but also provides insightful commentary via headphones. She shares valuable information about the mine, and highlights the contributions of the mine operators to Salt Lake City. We've arrived at the visitor center, which is offering a breathtaking view of the snow-capped mountains surrounding Salt Lake City, with the mine providing a captivating backdrop against the visitor center's panorama. The city itself lies nestled in the valley of this mountain range, creating a picturesque setting. A shuttle service bus is on standby, ready to transport visitors to the mine, providing a convenient and scenic journey. As we embark on the journey to the mine, the landscape unfolds, revealing the expansive landfill resulting from mining activities, and the intricate network of conveyor belts, transporting excavated ore to the processing plant. The audio playing in the bus enhances our understanding, providing valuable insights into the ongoing activities within the mine, and delving into its rich history. Take a look at the extensive 8-kilometer-long conveyor belts transporting the mined ore to the processing plant. The Bingham Canyon Mine, also recognized as the Kennecott Copper Mine, stands as a prominent open-pit mining venture, extracting a substantial porphyry copper deposit situated in the Aqua Mountains, southwest of Salt Lake City, Utah. This mine holds the distinction of being the largest man-made excavation and the deepest open-pit mine globally, boasting a production record that surpasses any other copper mine in history. Operating since 1906, this mine has left an indelible mark on the landscape, forming a pit that extends over 1.2 kilometers in depth, spans 4 kilometers in width, and covers a vast expanse of 1,900 acres. Having arrived at the initial viewpoint, we're greeted with a sight of the 2013 landslide. I'll provide more details about this event shortly. Additionally, there's another viewpoint situated below this spot, and we'll be reaching it on foot to get an even closer perspective. Here we can see the tire of the truck that we see now. Those trucks will carry 213 tons of ore at a time, and this is the tire of the same. Now you can imagine the size of the truck. Here we can also see the cargo bed of the truck. One important detail I neglected to mention is that the shuttle bus operates on a 30-minute interval, running from 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can board any bus before 4 p.m. to return to the visitor center. Now, as we continue our journey, we're heading on foot to the next viewpoint, offering an even closer perspective of the mine. Let's explore and get a more intimate view of this remarkable site. On April 10, 2013, a significant landslide unfolded at the Bingham Canyon Mine. An immense volume of approximately 2.3 to 2.5 billion cubic feet of soil and rock cascaded down the pit side. Notably, this event is considered one of the largest historic non-volcanic landslides in North America. Crucially, the mine was equipped with a radar system designed to monitor ground stability. As a result of warnings generated by this advanced monitoring system, mining operations had been preemptively halted the day before the slide occurred. Remarkably, due to these precautionary measures, there were no reported injuries associated with this substantial landslide event. The rich deposit of copper ore in Bingham Canyon was initially uncovered in 1848 by brothers Sanford and Thomas Bingham. Following this discovery, numerous companies laid claim to mining rights. However, it wasn't until 1903 that the Utah Copper Company was founded, officially commencing mining operations at the site in 1906. In 1915, the Kennecott Copper Corporation, originally established to manage mines in Kennecott, Alaska, acquired a 25% financial stake in Utah Copper. This interest progressively expanded to 75% by 1923, solidifying Kennecott's significant role in the operations of the Bingham Canyon Mine. With a workforce of approximately 2,000 employees, the Bingham Canyon Mine operates at an astounding scale, extracting a staggering 410,000 tons of material on a daily basis. Utilizing electric shovels capable of lifting up to 89 tons of ore in a single scoop, the extracted ore is then loaded into a fleet of 64 substantial dump trucks. Each of these trucks has the impressive capacity to carry 231 tons of ore, with an individual cost of around $3 million. To facilitate the transportation of ore, there exists an extensive 8-kilometer network of conveyors connecting the mine to the Copperton concentrator and flotation plant. This remarkable mining operation ranks among the world's top producers of copper, showcasing the technological prowess and efficiency involved in maintaining such an impressive level of production. At this viewpoint, we had the privilege of having a guide who is an employee of the mine company. This knowledgeable guide provided detailed explanations about the mine, offering valuable insights into its operations and history. At this location, you have the opportunity to witness the actual shovel part, which is capable of scooping up an impressive 89 tons of ore in a single load for transportation to the trucks. Additionally, there is a crusher machine on display, responsible for breaking down large ore blocks into smaller fragments and eventually transforming them into granular, sand-like particles. At this point, we were able to observe the ultimate outcome from the copper mine factory, the copper anode sheets. We've returned to our van, and now, the breathtaking views of Antelope Island and the Great Salt Lake come into sight. Subsequently, we made our way back to the pickup point, and from there, I headed back to my room. It's worth mentioning that our upcoming adventure is a visit to the Great Salt Lake, and this excursion is part of another tour package offered by City Sites, priced at $68, the same tour operator with whom we explored the mine. At this location, we have the opportunity to observe the antelopes, from which Antelope Island derives its name. Typically found on the island, during the summer months, they roam about in search of food and seek refuge from predators on the island. I've created a dedicated video showcasing my visit to Antelope Island from a previous trip. The link to that video will be provided in the cards above and in the description, allowing you to explore the experience at your convenience if you're interested. Saltair, also known as the Saltair Resort or Saltair Pavilion, is a name associated with various resorts situated on the southern shore of the Great Salt Lake in Utah. What we see here are the remains of Saltair I, which, while not the first resort on the shores of the Great Salt Lake, was the most successful. A splendid example of early 20th century Moorish revival architecture, this resort was designed by the renowned Utah architect Richard K. Ecology. It was supported by over 2,000 posts and pilings, many of which still stand, visible more than 110 years later. Unfortunately, the first Saltair Pavilion, along with a few other buildings, succumbed to fire on April 22, 1925. Saltair II faced a similar fate and was also destroyed by fire. Saltair III, constructed in 1981 about a mile west of the original site, experienced flooding shortly after its opening. Although the waters eventually receded, new investors faced challenges as the water continued to move away from the site, leaving it high and dry once again. The current purpose of this building is to serve as a venue for gatherings and events. We have a view of the chimney from the Garfield Smelter of the Kennecott Copper. This towering structure reaches an impressive height of 1,215 feet. We've now arrived at our destination, the visitor center of the Great Salt Lake. It's time to embark on our exploration of this fascinating location. Let's go and discover all that this place has to offer. The Great Salt Lake stands as the largest saltwater lake in the Western Hemisphere and ranks as the 8th largest terminal lake globally. It is a vestige of Lake Bonneville, a prehistoric body of water that once extended over a significant portion of western Utah. Drought conditions, the impact of climate change, and excessive use of snowmelt have led to a substantial reduction in the size of the Great Salt Lake. As of July 2022, the lake covers approximately 950 square miles. In contrast, back in 1987, it spanned around 3,300 square miles. The decline in lake levels has resulted in the exposure of about 800 square miles of lakebed, underscoring the significant changes in the lake's dimensions over the years. Due to the high salinity in certain parts of the lake, the environment becomes inhospitable for most species, except for a select few, such as brine shrimp, brine flies, and various forms of algae. Notably, the brine flies boast an estimated population exceeding 100 billion and play a crucial role as the primary food source for many birds that migrate to the lake. Annually, around 10 million migratory birds visit the Great Salt Lake, utilizing it as a crucial stop to rest, refuel, and breed. The lake attracts over 330 different bird species during these migration periods each year. The Union Pacific Railroad Causeway acts as a division within the Great Salt Lake, creating distinct ecosystems on either side known as the North and South Arms. The North Arm, also referred to as Gunnison Bay, is largely isolated from most freshwater inflows, making it approximately twice as salty as the South Arm. In this hypersaline environment, only organisms adapted to extreme salinity, such as halophilic bacteria and archaea, can thrive. Their reddish pigment can impart a pinkish hue to the water, adding a distinctive visual element to this unique and challenging ecological setting. The Great Salt Lake plays a crucial role in Utah's economy, contributing a substantial $1.9 billion annually. This economic impact is attributed to various sectors, including mineral extraction, recreation, and the brine shrimp industries. These industries collectively provide employment opportunities for over 7,700 individuals, underscoring the lake's significance in sustaining livelihoods and economic activities within the state. We've returned to the visitor center, and unfortunately, due to the crowd, I wasn't able to capture footage inside. However, within the center, you'll find a variety of salt-related products, including salt rocks and various souvenirs available for purchase. Additionally, there's an opportunity to observe sea monkeys or brine shrimps, which are the primary species thriving in the saltwater of the Great Salt Lake. It's worth mentioning that the visitor center also features an informative video presentation about the lake. I hope you found the video enjoyable and gained some new insights. Thank you for watching. If you like the content, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to the channel for more videos like this. Feel free to share it with friends who have an interest in these topics, and don't forget to leave your comments below. Stay tuned for the next episode as we continue our Salt Lake explorations. Until then, see you, and bye-bye.